that's probably the best description ever.
Awesome. Okay, so let's start out with Orange Girl, your babe.
Okay, can you start calling me Lisa? It's my character's name.
Okay, Lisa. Lisa babe.
I am Lisa Tea Leaf Amberpalm, and Tea Leaf is my real last name. But you see, halflings actually are given can be given names based on like events in their life, and the biggest thing for me for a long time was that I was essentially like a guard, or you could call me a bouncer at a bar. And I had this great relationship going on with this guy, and then I caught him. Making out with a girl at the bar.
Oh snap!
And I fucking him fucking like, ugh. And so then I started getting into fights at the bar a lot, and like I would start like making money, like extra cash, by like betting on me winning fights with other people, and like so that's how people started to know me. And then there was one guy who, like, after I beat him, he like flipped out and pulled out a weapon, and then this random character came in and then fucking threw him, like palmed him 15 feet across the room, and I was like, damn, I want to do that. And so it turns out he was a monk, and so I had him help me, you know, I got him to agree to like stay at the temple nearby and like train me during the day, and then at night I would like apply my training, and so I started to get known as Amberpalm, because when I would get into a fight with someone who looked like my ex-boyfriend, I get really pissed. If someone looks like my ex-boyfriend, I fucking just palm them. I'd spill my beer, my amber beer, on my palm and fucking fist him 15 feet across the room. And so anyway, so that went on for a long time as I was training, and then teachers started to get
lots of guys.
Yeah,
Yep.
Yeah, definitely.
Yep, that's what's happened.
Okay, I'm sorry, I had to hold that one in.
The chat was saying, I was like, man, I need to say this right now.
Yeah, so my teacher started to get kind of distant, and like would start getting really frustrated with me, because like I was so happy with how life was going, but he was like training me for his own purposes. And so eventually I got knocked out, and I woke up being dragged along, like just him just carrying me away on his shoulders. And so I got in this huge fight with him, and he showed me how fucking weak I was. And so then I agreed to go on with him and like train harder. And eventually I do want to find another bar to call home. But for now, I need to get better at beating up people who look like my ex-boyfriend.
Yeah, perfect. I mean, that's a proper Margaret Khan style backstory.
What?
I didn't write that many pages, man.
I really thought, hey, don't talk shit about it. What the hell, man?
I'm not talking shit. It's like it's the norm, you know. It's like the benchmark, the higher benchmark. That's like the Margaret Khan backstory.
Don't make me blush. Don't make me blush, man. Okay.
I really thought the amber would be a reference to your hair and not the beard.
Well,
but I guess the hair was like an afterthought.
But I couldn't ever mention it, because like for me it's a big deal, but for the character it's not. So.
Oh, okay.
Okay, so PoultreeGeist. Let's talk about your character. Can you introduce yourself, your character, and like who he is, and what do you think you have shared with the party already?
Well, okay, so big thing.
Go on.
I'm dead.
Yeah.
It's a pretty big important start. So I don't know how okay with that the rest of the team is going to be, and did they know me? Have we met?
Yes. You've met each other.
Okay, in that case that's fine. So I am Sir Percival Lancet, born Percy Lancet, prefers Percival Lancet.
That's so pompous.
Has never been.
Already hate this guy.
He started out as like another street urchin, was never very popular, was always bullied, was always the weaker one, never like grew any muscles and got very strong. And
they called you like Pansy Percy.
Yeah,
Pansy
exactly.
Percy.
And he spent his entire life getting bullied and shot down, and was like, you know what?
Aww.
Screw this.
Now I have feels for Percy.
See, you think he has a pompous name, but deep down he's a softie. And when he first started, he wanted to. It's a typical kind of like superhero story. He saw this injustice in the world, and he's getting bullied constantly. He says, no more of this. I'm going to join the side of the light, and I'm going to fight back against this darkness and this madness in this world. And so he was taken in by a local church and was trained up by the clerics to believe in God, unquoted God so far, and grew up to decide he wanted to try and fight back as a paladin. And so he became a paladin to rid the world of evil and darkness. The problem is that he wasn't very good at it. And he very quickly died in his duty to his god. And recently, something has happened that made them say, you know what, we should give him a second chance. He's going to come back and try again. And so they've raised me up.
What is that bullshit?
Raised me up
to represent them one last time. So something's gone wrong where there's not enough other paladins to help out, and so they're picking out the bottom of the barrel to try and find something to help out with.
Wow, they put you in a barrel when you died?
So basically, in front of you,
a lot.
you see you have like this cloaked like skeleton that has like a whole symbol.
I am just a skeleton who has been raised back up, who still has his armor. Still has his armor and everything like that. But
are you like an undead paladin? Like what?
Yeah, an undead paladin.
That is like
by the light.
That's like hearsay, man.
Do you shower?
I don't have to. I'm just bone.
Okay.
Are you missing any bones now?
Do you like brush your bones?
Yeah.
I've got like a little brush. I just, if we sleep in like a dusty area in the morning, I'm gonna like get off my shoulders and then, okay, good to go. It's great. I don't have to eat. I don't have to sleep. I don't have to run. I don't have to get tired. It's great.
Awesome. Okay.
You would kill yourself if you were a paladin. Like paladins.
I'm not powered by dark energy though. I'm powered by the gods. It's fine. But it's like the good gods, the light gods. It's fine.
Yeah, it's basically, imagine the technical part behind being a skeleton is you either are raised as an undead by a necromancer, by necromantic power, or radiant. It's one of the two.
Yeah, I guess maybe, man.
Okay.
I don't know. Wow. If I was a paladin, I would murder you.
Wow. Yeah,
okay.
I guess maybe, man. Wow.
It all got checked first. If it wasn't going to be legit, I wouldn't have done it.
Yeah. Also, for those who have already introduced their characters, feel free to just take out like the drawing tool and just draw like your boy or something of the sort towards a token that you like and that you think represents your character.
Well, I want to take the avatar, but he doesn't have an orange wig, so I'm gonna keep looking.
Just continue on looking. Kaitlyn, who, what is, and what the fuck is he doing with this bunch of people? Your character, go.
So my character is a Selkie, which means that I am part seal, but not like half human, half seal. More like my natural state is a seal, and I'm specifically a harp seal in my natural state. And so in my human state, well, harp seal is kind of like the Arctic seal, they're like white as babies and they're gray-white when they're older. So my character in the human form has very long gray hair, very brown, black eyes. I have a really big birthmark on my back, kind of like a U shape that starts at the lower back and goes to the shoulders. Drum stamp, I guess, but it's just supposed to be like the harp seal marking. And when I was about 7 years old. So Selkies reach maturity at 14, so I'm 14 now. When I was about 7, my pod decided to start coming onto land. They just wanted to start moving south, the cold waters. They were just becoming more and more cold. They weren't really sure why that was happening, but that's what was happening. So I started studying magic inland. I was trying really hard to become a mage, but nothing was really working out for me. So I kind of ended up being a sorcerer with the chaotic magic. Not really by my own accord. It's just kind of like, the only thing that would really work. So now that's what I say I'm doing intentionally. And then about a year ago, minotaurs, which are a natural predator of Selkies, they drove my entire pod back into the water. And one of the very few spells that I knew was invisibility. So I cast it on myself, and I tried to escape. But I really don't know what happened to my pod. I just know that they were driven back into the water. And then I heard rumors about them being captured or being enslaved. And I'm just traveling the world trying to find out what happened to them.
Okay. What is your character name again?
Lumi. It's Finnish for snow.
Okay, so Lumi, L-U-M-I?
Yeah.
Perfect, there we go. I think, Margaret, I think you have a run for your money here with these people. So
then I should just be like, I'm a dwarf wizard. Like, he's built me up to like say this epic story and just be like,
that's fucking, that's a weird choice. That's
okay. So what is your name again, real fast? And after that, come to go present your character.
Yeah, I am Tholdrick Magmamane, and I am a really, really old ass wizard who has been through some stuff, but primarily what has happened with him is in the background story for him. He went to find out like that he had his research partner was murdered, or so he thinks. He thinks his research partner might still be alive, because when he found out, he like found his house that was like ransacked, but there was just blood everywhere, and he wasn't really sure what had happened. No one has ever found the body yet, so there's a possibility that he could still be alive. We're not sure, but they were researching this old runic artifact, and the message that his friend had left him was, breakthrough, a pattern lies within, calling forth a vision ingress. The Empyrean are coming. And later throughout his journey, he met this group of people who were helping him find out more about it. And he actually found a portal to the Elysium plains, and a giant dragon was summoned from it. And so he knows that something is happening with them. They're coming. He's not really sure why, and he's still trying to figure this out. And he went on a journey with Peachy's character. What's your character's name again? I gotta.
Sarah Jessica Green Parker.
Yeah. I gotta get everyone's name. I think you guys. Do you have your names in Roll20?
Yeah. We'll do that in a second.
Okay.
Make sure to like put in
I need to change mine too.
Roll20 character name, and in brackets your actual name. So. Tholdrick Magmamane in brackets Maggie.
Yeah, I'll change it. And so he was with Peachy's character because she was kind of taking him to this location that she was trying to find. But then he found his friends, who are not here right currently. So now I'm really confused how we're gonna meet all these guys. But he found one of his friends. He remembered Fuzzy because she's a bard, whatever her bard's name is now. I can't remember. And so, like, they went and helped them kill, like, some cats. It was a giant cat creature. I remember what it was. What was that?
I mean, I don't think you can call a saber-toothed tiger a cat, but okay.
Yeah. Saber-toothed tiger. See, it was a cat. A feline creature. And so we murdered that because we're awesome, except for I didn't really do anything.
Just
what?
Like saber-toothed. Well, how high was your character? Like Sabretooth, they're like, oh, it's Kitty.
Like, he was probably really stoned. He also was missing a lot, but I don't know. We still murdered it. It was okay. And yeah, he's known for smoking some chillum, is what he calls it. So he often forgets things. He's a little senile, but he's also very wise. Or intelligent. One or the other. I can't remember. Intelligent. He's not very wise. He's very intelligent, even though he seems like a crazy person.
Okay. And last but not least, Peachy. What's your character name? Who is she, and what is she doing here?
So Sarah Jessica Green Parker is a halfling ranger. She was born in like a farm community, and werewolves basically murdered almost everyone. Like most of my family. My father survived and taught me how to use a bow, and then I went down to hunt the werewolves that murdered everyone, and that's basically what she does. She goes around looking for werewolves trying to kill them, you know, leading really stoned old dwarves around the place.
I think I paid you though. Oh yeah, that's right. And then we got to the cat, and you're like you're gonna have to pay me more. You said I was gonna have to pay you more, and I was like, sure, whatever.
I mean, you pay me a lot, but I really get off on leading dwarves around for some reason. It's just
That's just creepy now. Now it's gotten awkward.
one of my characters creepy.
I didn't know
Oh
you
my
were getting
God.
like a lady boner while you're walking me around.
Don't judge Sarah Jessica Green Parker, okay?
Does she look like my ex-boyfriend?
She's got
Yeah,
like
what-
a massive scar where she was fighting werewolves and stuff.
Okay.
That's
You're
it.
okay.
It's not as in depth as everyone else's, and she doesn't have silly hair, so.
You shouldn't feel inadequate, man. It's great.
Okay. So
I'm feeling
that's
inadequate now.
that is our adventuring party,
Dude.
and
Dude, I like roughly outlined my story and then just like fucking like bullshitted, so it's okay.
I found a wig. I'm going with it.
that's our adventuring party. And we also have Kaitlyn and Maggie. I think you are the only ones who haven't picked. Can you pick a token?
Oh, you don't
yeah.
have my old token?
I
Oh,
don't, because it's a different thing here.
It's a different thing here.
It's a different thing here. It may
I
be
don't
around
remember
here.
it either.
I know he had a hammer and he had a red.
No, I
beard.
got your boy. I got yours.
No, I'm trying to remember hers.
It was a dwarf with a hammer and a red beard.
Yeah, the one at the bottom like rings a bell, but I don't think that was it.
It wasn't that one, but that one would work.
Okay,
Yeah,
let me
this
check.
one.
I'm checking for. Okay, I think it was this one. Yeah, it was this one. This was it.
Isn't there one with like a red beard?
Yeah, I don't think that was it, Chucky.
No, is
It
it?
looked like no. He had a red beard.
This is a red beard as well.
Yeah, neither of those.
No, ham. He had a hammer and he had a red beard. Like it actually like fit so perfectly. I was like, oh shit.
No, why can't I find it? I
Yeah,
don't know where it
legit
is.
don't see it in here now, which is so weird.
Well, I'll try and find it in the break. So just choose one until now, whatever, and I will change it in the break.
Okay,
I see my old.
this one works though.
Cool. Let's go.
If he had a red beard, it'd be more perfect. And a hammer.
Well, it's nice that it looks like a pipe.
Oh, it does kind of look like a pipe. I think that's supposed to be a staff though.
Doesn't
There you
matter.
go.
Yeah, supposed
Okay.
to.
So, what is your character, Soki? Okay, I think I found. Yeah, found you and me. No, why that was so Soki? Soki is your race. I should not call you by your race.
No.
Don't acknowledge.
I like how someone colored the beard.
Yeah.
That's not really red. Whoever did that is very colorblind.
Okay, here we go.
the color of my
and
hair.
We're gonna drop to the. We're gonna go to the battle map over on here that we usually use. And that's about it for introductions, and let's jump right into it. So, as with every other adventure, for some of you, this is getting regular. For some others, this is new. You find yourselves in a tavern. The first
No,
tavern.
not this goddamn tavern again.
The first
you know it's the
tavern
same
ever
tavern?
created.
I don't know, but it fucking makes me feel like it's the same tavern.
I got pissed at this tavern. Fuck.
Yeah, me too. Just wait, Kaitlyn.
How many people have you already punched for looking?
Well,
like this?
that's what we're gonna get there. I need Chucky to describe this place, and
Okay.
yeah.
So, as I said, this is the first tavern ever created. Every time you come here, something is just a bit different than it was the other time. Don't remember the place exactly, but Soach, the bartender, is always exactly the same. And every time you look at him, he's always with this perfectly white apron, cleaning a stainless mug. You guys are sitting around the table, drinking and eating. The room is full. The whole tavern is full. There's other adventurers, people that you have met on the road, people that you have heard of, and other people that you've never heard or seen before. All of them armed to the teeth and looking as menacing as veterans in an army.
Oh, they're mad now, bro. They weren't.
No, they're not mad. They're just they look menacing because well, experience is shown on their faces.
A ton of people in here, right?
Yeah, there's a ton of people in here.
Okay, I found someone who looks like my ex-boyfriend. I'm not gonna spoil it yet, but I found someone. So I'm fucking like, I pick up my mug and I'm like, oh, I'm gonna knock the teeth out of you, and I'm fucking going.
Okay.
You know how I've been in here before. That's why I don't need to like go through consequences with you. I know what's gonna happen.
Yeah, cool. So yes, you're gonna whip the fuck out of you, and you raise yourself with the mug, and then you walk 2 feet, and you're back at the table. In the back of your heads, you hear dice rattling. Just nobody's playing dice in the room, but it's there. It's in the background. This sound that always happens. You're quite weirded out the fact that you didn't remember it before, but now it's so clear that every time you hear this happens.
I sigh and knock back the rest of my ale, halfling ale.
Yeah.
Made with real halflings.
Thordric takes 2 mugs and he tries to like chug them really fast. He's just like spilling some on his beard and everything. He's just like trying to get it in before.
I'm pretending that I'm drinking, but I'm also using shape water on like a glass of water nearby, and I'm just making snow fall on us.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to stand on the table and then just chug it. So
I'm like politely drinking as it just like trickles down my ribs. Back on.
Okay. You guys stand around, you eat, you drink, and eventually the door opens. And you know that the door opened for you, as it opens every time. Outside, you can't really hear much. Besides, you see this equal parts light, equal parts darkness, and it's calling out to you.
well, I guess it's time to go. I'm just gonna fucking go in.
You hear a giggle of the bartender as you continue on moving, but mocking.
I don't give a shit.
Okay. So anybody here want to do anything else but move out?
I'd like to sigh loudly.
Yes, you sigh loudly.
I do. I
Makes
really, really do.
Yes.
If I
Finish my
attempt,
beer and leave.
if I attempt to take our steins back to the bar, will I also get teleported back to the table?
No, you just.
Okay, I'm gonna do that then.
Yeah,
I'm
you
gonna gather up everyone's empty mugs and be like, "Thank you," and then
The bartender takes all of them, puts them underneath the bar, and just smiles at you as he continues to clean his mug.
and then I'm gonna head out into the light. It's not the first time I've done that.
Yeah, you guys head out, and all of you wake up. The dice rattle is finished, and you know that means adventure is close. Every time you wake up from this dream, you know what it was, this premonition of something about to happen, but it fades away from your mind, as with any dream. Only remnants and small bits of it remain. You guys are, well, have been together for some time. Right now, you've been traveling to a very remote place in the wild. This place that you're trying to go to is known as the Temple at the Crossing. And this temple is one of the most dangerous places in the world.
Oh no, Chucky, not again.
Many adventurers come here every year to take on the challenges and try and join the monks at the Temple of the Crossing. So many things, so many rumors are out there about them. From infinite power to immortality if you manage to go through all the tests.
I don't even need to write notes on this. Just like copy pasta from my other one. Guys.
Well, I mean, it's about a couple thousand years apart, so you might have some differences.
That's true. Oh well, for sure it's different, but
You have been traveling here for quite some time, and all of you have your different reasons for wanting to become well, part of this organization. There are many different titles, from hunter to tracker to monk and so on. Getting a title from here would open many doors from you. Most nobles from anywhere in the world would open their best rooms up for you. Money, no longer an issue. A bank would loan you thousands of gold upon just seeing the ID that you get from here. Many different reasons from the people around you, from the people that you have seen traveling and the people that you know that are already there. The hundreds of applicants every year. And you guys are close. You can see the temple at the crossing. It's maybe just 3-4 hours walk away from you. It stands in the middle of a plain field, like a monolith, bigger than any mountain. More in height, it is not bigger, but it's more imposing than anything you've ever seen.
Did you have me smoke some of your pipe again, Thordrick? Barely can remember anything.
He takes it out of his pouch and lights it, takes a puff, and passes it your way.
Oh, that's how I want to start my morning. I'm just kidding.
Okay. How does everybody react to the morning?
Like most mornings, I just like go up to whoever's closest to me and I say, like, you know, there's still time for us to turn back. Are you sure this is what we want?
I mean, he's dead and he's still with us, so I figure, yeah.
See, for me, waking up is a really weird feeling because I don't have to sleep. So waking up is like, what just happened? Where was I? So I'm a little out of it for a minute.
I'm probably looking around trying to restock my supply of wolfsbane.
Okay, cool. Well, it is a plain and there's a forest around. Wolfsbane is not a necessarily rare plant, so you can easily find it if you just spend a couple of hours searching around your nearby location.
Well, I'll be looking and just keeping an eye if the party starts to move out. I'll follow.
Okay.
What's the climate here like?
You're between. You can look on the map. This is a temple at the crossing, the temple in the middle of the freelands over on in there. It's quite erratic. The freelands have always been weird, especially the place near the rupture, near the gigantic scar in the earth, known as the Scar of the World. And it's always, the weather is extremely unpredictable.
I've never seen this map before.
Yeah, you haven't. This is the map for the world map of the dice roll.
I'm pretty scared of the sea monster at the bottom.
I'm not. I'm ready.
Oh, I was just gonna go into that water.
Oh no, it's far away. It's far away. Again, this is a world map. The scale is very different, and I mean the temple itself is located a bit more south than the middle of this crossing, but it's still hundreds of, like 100 miles away from the actual shore.
So the boats aren't to scale.
No, they're not. It's a kind of a free representation of the world, which is a way to say that I'm still working on the map.
So where are we
This is
right
how
now?
maps work.
Where are we right now?
You are like extremely. You're basically, if you had to put yourself on
At
a
a
map, you
temple.
are at the temple. You're just like very very close to it.
Yeah. Cool.
All right,
And which direction are we
I'm gonna go
heading?
meditate for half an hour. I'll be back.
You're heading east to actually enter the temple at the crossing.
Cool.
Right. Okay. When I kind of get myself in order and realize what's going on, I'm gonna go and.
So, how did we all meet? Because this is like a total. Like, I feel like I either smoked a lot, or
So,
I'm like
Well, not
hallucinating. Yeah.
as I said, most of you kind of came, had this idea of applying for the temple at the crossing for different reasons. It might be revenge,
Okay.
it might be money, it might be knowledge, it might be authority or power. All of these things are given to those who can pass the tests at the temple at the crossing.
Okay, so we all are coming together because we're like, oh, you're going to the temple, I'm going to the temple. Let's go to the temple together. Okay, cool.
And these are the only people
exactly
that
like what Thordrick would do.
were not hostile towards that, because you've met other people that are going to the temple that were uncommon, just did not want to talk to you, and some of them were also violent, thinking that if they kill the competition beforehand, they have a better chance.
Yeah, I feel bad for competitors who looked like my ex-boyfriend back in the past road, because they're not making it.
Can you roll me a d20 to see how many people you have punched on the way here?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I expected that. I don't know. I just expected that.
Everyone.
He's punched everyone.
I feel really bad that you wasted that.
So basically, most of you.
I know, that's the best one.
Like if you
what I needed.
were close to her, like if you were like part of her entourage or just with her, most likely you've only slept in hedges and in the forest, as you've been kicked out of most of the taverns and bars you could go inside in.
I feel like I did. So did I see these beatings? Because I feel like Thordrick would not allow this to happen.
Maybe after the fourth one, but then you're like...
Maybe Thordrick got really drunk or something and went to sleep, and then he beat up people.
I'm super friendly with everyone. I can even handle people who look like my ex-boyfriend after the first launch. Like, I just need to get it out of my system, and then I can handle you. So... It's kind of like a greeting for those people in a really uncomfortable, sad way. But yeah. So I'm regaining my ki from all the people I punched right now. So
yeah, makes sense. So I think I kind of dropped this thing of you guys coming. I mean, yeah, there's the whole idea of the adventures. You drop things like this on you. Maybe, have you shared the reason you're going to this temple with the party? And if you have, can you tell it to us?
Well, my reason is because this sounds like my kind of jam. I mean, this is what I love doing. So of course I'm going. Like, it's like this is what I used to do small time, but like now I can actually get something really good out of this. So I'm like, fuck yeah. I mean, I don't know what your reason is, Skelly, but like, I probably wouldn't have been that phased by you being a skeleton because I drink with everyone. So I don't know if you're really polite. I probably got through it. Plus, you have no chance of looking like my boyfriend.
Exactly.
You don't know what he looked like before.
Well, that's true.
The secret is that he came back and he is your boyfriend.
No, Margaret's
my ex died from a brain damage trauma I never knew, and that's fucking.
My reasoning for this is redemption. This is my proof. Like, I'm gonna prove to the gods that I can actually handle a thing.
Okay.
Maybe I'm like deluded and I'm under the impression that I'm gonna get my life back for it or whatever. But I think if I can soldier on and win the battle, I'll be fine, and I'll be able to maybe get my life back, or at least continue being a skeleton. Who knows?
Sarah, what about you?
I'm definitely looking to become a better hunter, so I can murder more werewolves.
So as I said, there's many different type of positions. Maybe you don't really know. Most of the people that come out of here are quite freelance, but there's also some type of hierarchy. There are names for specific people who come out of this place alive. There are hunters. As I said, there are trackers. There are even many others that you don't know of, but you know exist. Every one of this title kind of represents what they can do and why they are out there in the world, and why they have taken the trials of the Temple at the Crossing.
Definitely hunter. I think I was quite used to Sir Percival, because I've come across a lot of undeads when I've been searching around to murder more werewolves. So I don't think it really fazed me. And I probably once or twice might have got a little bit drunk and tried to play the xylophone on his ribcage.
Okay,
probably wasn't happy about that.
If I was like merry and whatever, then I'd totally go for it.
Okay. Fair.
Like we crack the armor off, and he's like, "Dugga, dugga, 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 dugga."
I thought that was hilarious.
And I keep making really bad jokes and ask him if he plays the trombone. And he's like, no, bongos, Sarah. God's sakes, I got no lungs. I play bongos.
I don't have any lips.
So, Fodrick, what about you?
Thordrick is still in search of information about this Elysium shard that he has. So he's still looking for more information about that, and he's heard that the monks in the temples here might have some more information for him. So he's seeking knowledge.
Okay. And last but not least, Umi, why are you on this journey?
Lumi told the party that he was a very powerful sorcerer, and he used like some sleight of hands and just like little tricks to make the party think that he was a powerful sorcerer, and that they think he wants to be an even stronger sorcerer. But probably by now they've seen him, like he has some glass shards around his neck that he clutches a lot, like when something tense is happening, like when Lisa punches someone, he's just like, oh my gosh. So maybe the party gets a sense that he's not as powerful as he says he is, and maybe that's not his reason for going there. But you know, that's what he gives off.
Okay, that's perfect.
How blubbery are you?
When I get really nervous, I just like pop, and then I'm flapping as a seal. That's how it happens.
And it doesn't matter how many times you see it, it still shakes you. What the fuck? That's a big slug.
Big slug.
So, you guys, I guess you go on to the Temple of the Crossing. Okay. Pull up camp.
Do we have how much alcohol do we have?
I don't know. How much alcohol have you bought?
I don't know. How rich are we? I don't. I don't know how long this travel's been at this point. Like.
Oh no, you have your
money.
You have your money on. You have your money.
No, I know, but like, how long have we been traveling?
Maybe about 3 months to get here.
And where was the last inn? Do you know?
If you look on the map. Yeah. If you go on the map, the freelance are roaming places. Maybe your last inn was a week ago. There are caravans moving around. There's no actual city besides the giant outposts. The giant outposts, think about as the free cities in like Game of Thrones. That's kind of the idea behind them. Besides that, everything is roaming about besides the Temple of the Crossing. The Temple of the Crossing is this one single place that no one dares to fuck with. Not even the roaming band of marauders who usually take on everything and anything. But it takes a very long time to go through the mountains of Durham. First, you need to get a permission of the dwarves to get through there. And also, getting through the Scar of the World is more than dangerous. Because there's no actual bridge above it. There is only one outpost near it. Filled with warlocks and mages that are studying this magic. Besides that, there's no actual way across it besides mounting the spikes, which is the name for these mountains over on here. That are almost as big as the highest mountains you've ever seen.
I'm probably like desperately like sipping on the last that I have. Like almost like clutching it like a morning coffee and just like, I don't want this to end. I don't want this.
Oh.
Like I really want to get.
I used to be a farmer, so I probably know a little bit about fermenting fruits, but it's probably not quite as good as a proper drink from a...
If you can make anything that tastes like it, I will drink it.
Can I try and make some beer?
I have brewer's supplies. Just saying.
There you go.
Yeah, okay. Then if you guys make stuff, I will... Yes, please.
Together with our powers combined.
And I'm probably like your best friend ever. Like I probably like I'm really needy right now with you guys. Like, so
you're like that lychee friend who's always like, "Hey, can I have some? Like, can I have a cigarette?" And then you also need like a drink too.
I'm gonna be like, oh, so we've been walking a while. Maybe we should sit down and make some more booze. You know, like.
Okay, so you guys continue on moving towards the Temple of the Crossing, and eventually you do reach there. The gates are maybe 45 feet tall, made of black steel. The walls themselves are encircling this whole facility, and they're about 100 feet tall. You've never seen this type of building before. The brick is weird. It's like extremely white. It's not marble. It's something else. Not exactly
I'm
sure
a
what
mountain
it is.
dwarf. Can I like touch it or
I
something?
mean, yeah, you touch it and you inspect it. Even you do not know what this is. It feels similar in texture to ivory, but it's definitely a lot stronger.
All right. So he like Thordrick. So is this? Wait, explain to me what I'm looking at. So if I'm walking up and it's just the mountainside, or like
No, this is like a citadel, a fortress. The
Okay.
temple itself is surrounded by this wall and these gigantic gates, and you walk inside, and there's a courtyard, and it's absolutely brimming. It's full with people. There's like hundreds of people in this place, and you know that all of them are here for the trials.
Okay.
Okay, so as you walk inside, there is a speaker, like a herald, screaming on the other side of the courtyard. You can hear his voice. He's dressed in this monkish, imagine Eastern Taoist type of monk with shades of orange on him, shaved head, and he just screams, but at the same time he doesn't look like he's straining. He's just like normally speaking. He's not straining at all, and all of you can hear his voice very clearly, and he says that all applicants pick a envelope from the box. Do not open it until you have been told to do so.
I turn to Lisa and I say, are you gonna look like him after this? Why aren't you that kind of monk?
I'll be damned if they take my hair.
I've already started just like
Is it like a single file line? Or are there multiple boxes?
No, there are multiple boxes, and people are just picking them however they.
People like rushing. Do
No.
I feel like I'm gonna get the short end of the stick if I don't?
No, you know that everybody in the first trial, which is most likely this one, everybody can take part. Anybody in the world who thinks he can take this on can take part. There's no
I just
limit.
like no questions, so I'm just rattling along towards it. I'm gonna go and grab one.
Yeah, after I see Sir Percival grab one, I'll be like, oh well, he didn't die. I guess I'll grab one.
Okay.
I spawn a mage hand and make it go grab me.
Okay. A mage hand grabs for you the envelope. Yumi and Lisa.
Okay, I'm gonna take one and shake it and see if there's anything inside, and then put another one down and shake it and see if anything's inside it. Is there anything inside any of them? Or like something like heavy, not just like it doesn't feel like there's paper.
Nothing. Like you don't feel anything.
Do any of them feel different than the other ones?
No.
Okay.
Do I sense any magic from the one that I have?
No, it seems just to be regular envelope.
It's just an envelope.
Just an envelope.
Okay, he just sits there and continues to smoke his pipe and kind of like touching the wall.
Okay. So you guys just sit around, you talk, you look at the other people. There are some others who rip open the envelopes before they are told so. And you can see the monks very, very fastly dealing with those people. They are kicked out faster than they can say much. And most of them are unconscious when they hit the ground on the other side. And your boy, it's very similar to what your monk master used to do. The ones who resist are just being punched and just fly out of the gates.
Aw, yeah.
As I see this, I lean over to Lisa and I go, must look like his ex-boyfriend.
Yeah. Although that guy does, and I'm gonna.
I'd like to just grip hold of Lisa.
Okay.
Be like, if you're gonna stop me, you better make me more booze.
I add to holding him back or her back, and I hand her some more chillum.
All right, then I contently sit down.
Okay. Couple of hours pass as you stand over on in there. There are there's water brought to those who want it. Do you guys partake? Just water and dried fruits.
I splash some water on my face.
Okay. It's like crystal clear water. It's very good water. This is not H2O, okay? You don't wash yourself and you turn into a mermaid.
Just imagine,
Damn it!
like the flopping arms in happiness or something like that.
Like starts clapping.
And then the herald says, "Everybody, registrations are closed. All those who have appeared are the applicants. We are 569 applicants this year." And says, "Open your envelopes."
I make my mage hand open my envelope.
Okay, you all open your envelopes?
Yes.
Okay, you all
And you
open your
open mine
envelopes.
too.
Open those
And
ones.
inside,
My mage hand also opens his envelope.
your mage hand tries to open this envelope and it doesn't do it, doesn't whip it.
And he mage hand looks confused.
Yeah.
And he kind of it's no. It gives him the no, and then hands it back to him. And then I'm I lean in and I'm I don't think it works like that, Lisa.
Oh, that's too bad.
Yeah, I'll open mine up.
Inside
So
the open ones
what's
as well.
inside?
Inside there is a red piece of paper. Nothing written on it, just a red piece of paper.
Blood-stained red, or
No,
I
just
sniff
red.
it.
You sniff it, it's just red.
Does it smell of red?
The herald screams, "Those who have a red piece of paper have passed the first trial.
I can
Move
critics say,
through this door."
It's everybody.
No, you look around and you see a lot of people. Maybe close to 100 and something people that do not have a red paper.
Thordrick kind of looks at everybody and he leans back against the wall and he smokes a little bit more. He takes the pipe back from Lisa, smokes a little puff from it, and it's red. The power of danger, strength and power. And he just kind of looks off into the distance.
Okay.
I'm gonna look for someone super salty walking past me, fucking.
Yeah, no, that's you see two people, two tribesmen, two nomadic tribesmen. They're about 2 meters and 20 centimeters tall. They are built like trucks, and they have gigantic axes, double-headed axes on their backs. And they just move past you. And then they go to the herald and say kind of something like this: "We're the toughest warriors in the Karuku tribe. How dare you not give us a red paper? What is this test anyway? We're gonna go inside whatever you say." And the monk is just standing there, not saying anything. He's waiting the people with red paper passes to go past. And as soon as this guy steps forward, both of them are punched in the chest by the monk so fast that you can barely see it. It's just it's as if this happened.
I'm imagining Lisa being, yes. Oh, good. Oh,
was
bravo.
And these two guys don't fry, they disintegrate.
No.
I'm not nudging Lisa. anymore.
Dust or
learn that.
glass?
pretty
No, they
Yeah, I
disintegrate.
also look at Lisa. I'm
They disintegrate
my
like
jaw
dust.
drops, and I'm has my master been holding out on me?
And you feel like that was an example. The 50 other people that were close to doing something like that turn around and walk out the door.
We
As
probably shouldn't
I-
piss these guys off.
As I walk in and I go by him, I'm assuming I ask, if
Mhm.
we can still leave, or do we have to go inside?
He looks at you. "If you leave, you shall be disqualified. No harm shall come to you if you are disqualified. The weak," and he points towards the door outside, the gates you come into.
Okay. And I clutch my ice shards. Walk on in.
Okay.
I'm like clutching the red paper as I'm walking past, like at a distance, going, "It's red. I've still got it."
Don't punch me in the chest, please.
He doesn't check papers. That's kind of weird.
He just knows.
He just knows. But
Yeah.
I'm like, every time I walk past, I'm like, multi-pass.
As I pass,
Yeah.
as I pass the guys who did
All
that, like,
access. No.
I'm like, so how'd you do that disintegrating thing?
He smiles at you. Curious one.
Yes, I am. Are you gonna tell me?
Yeah. One day. Make it past the trials. And if you make it out alive, I'll tell you how.
Yes, on.
I like slap Lisa on the shoulder. She like skips past everyone, like, "Yay, trials!" Congrats.
I'm just imagining like Percy smacking her ass like as she's walking by.
Whoa!
I mean, I feel no threat from a skeleton. On top of the fact, my favorite part about Percy is when he drinks and like, because I probably encourage him to drink it and it goes through, I sometimes put a cup underneath him that fills up.
Got a little bit of bone booze.
Oh my gosh. I'm not even gonna say what I was gonna say. That's going in my head.
What else?
I look over to Lumi. Is he coming or?
Really?
Lumi?
I'm walking in,
Yeah.
like, very timidly.
Okay.
She said that in the beginning. She was the first person to start walking in.
And,
Where have you been, Peachy?
Gosh.
and this is
I was too busy. Like don't please no.
This is a perfect spot to take a break. And we'll come back in 3 minutes and find out what's inside of the Temple of the Crossing and what awaits the party. See you guys on the other side.
I don't know this yet.
You, Maggie?